So with the exception of maybe The Woman in Black, there's nothing out in theaters this week that I want to see. So I opted to run by my local Redbox and pick up one of the two movies highly recommended by the same friend that recommended I See Chronicle. With the input of some followers, or circlers, or whatever you want to call them, on my Google Plus page, I opted for Take Shelter, a psychological drama that, ironically, acted as a force of nature that I did not see coming. The basic premise is that lead man Curtis LaForge starts having apocalyptic dreams of a massive storm that grow exponentially in their intensity over the course of the film. As their intensity grows, they take an incredibly harsh toll on Curtis both mentally and physically, which he tries to hide from his wife Samantha, be it through sheer terror or hard-headed manly pride, though that only leads to cause conflict between them. The biggest question surrounding these dreams will leave you befuddled up until the final seconds of the movie is this. Are the dreams a sort of foresight, a prophecy of an upcoming apocalyptic event? Or are the dreams a sign of Curtis's mental health taking a self-destructive nosedive? If you think I'm going to ruin the answer to that question for you, then you are sorely mistaken. Clearly torn between the possible realities behind his dreams, Curtis starts making changes around the house as a means to counter the premonitions he sees. The biggest of these changes revolves around the storm shelter in their backyard, which he starts to expand on so that his family can survive if his incredibly real dreams do in fact come true. Now, I won't mince words. This movie is a trip, and a serious one at that. Based on Redbox reviews, which I'll get to in a moment, it's obvious that some people have no idea what they're getting into when they watch this movie. It is not a fast-paced action movie, not a stereotyped apocalyptic end-of-the-world movie that Hollywood loves to saturate the theaters with every few years. As I said before, this is a serious psychological drama, one that demands your attention from start to finish, and if possible, without interruption. While apparently a little too slow for some, the pacing is consistent throughout, and to me it felt like the 2 hours just flew by. Of all the powerful and moving scenes in this movie, and let me tell you, there are a lot of them, there is one that I simply cannot get out of my mind. Without giving anything away, and believe me, it is killing me to not describe every little detail of this scene, this was possibly the most terrified I have felt while watching a movie since a particular scene in the movie It. Ugh. Still gives me chills. The only negatives that I can find in this movie are, 1. Certain details other than the dreams in the beginning of the movie somewhat telegraph events that will come later, which some could argue is weak storytelling, but I disagree. And 2, the movie is simply not meant for everyone, especially in a world where Transformers and Twilight movies get a higher rating from users, on Redbox.com at least. The acting is excellent. Shannon gives a powerful performance as the headstrong and determined Curtis. Jessica Chastain matches him step for step as his wife Samantha, who acts not only as the angel of the family, but acts as the strong parental figure that Curtis needs. Even Tova Stewart, the little girl that portrays their deaf daughter Hannah, gives a wonderful performance that is rare to see in actors her age. Bottom line, this is a great movie, possibly a masterpiece. It's original and absorbing, hooking us in from the very first scene as we try to figure out exactly what is going on. What's the truth? Is it all in Curtis's head? Is he just going crazy, or could these dreams, no, nightmares, really be a premonition of what is to come? Everyone needs to see this movie, right now. Go out to your local Redbox, or whatever rental company may still exist in your area, or watch it online, or take a gamble and buy it outright and watch this movie. If you aren't sold on it yet, watch the trailer. If you've watched the trailer and you're still not sold, I'm not sure what to tell you, other than this movie has to be experienced. Now, this movie may have been ignored by the Oscars this year, and that is a travesty in my opinion, but don't make the same mistake. I give Take Shelter a 9 out of 10.